Welcome to another edition of Primetime Sportz. I'm Caleb Johnson.
And I'm the Deacon David Shealy. So much to talk about today. Georgia State sports was up, down, and all around for the past week. And of course, that includes the men's basketball team.
That's right. After back-to-back losses to Monroe and Georgia Southern, things weren't looking too good for the Panthers. But last night, they took down Texas State and continued their dominance of breaking some impressive records this season. That includes DeMarcus Simons, who set a new single-season record for field goals with 223. Ryan Harrell previously had that record with, of course, 222. Jordan Session, he was able to get his 81st win at Georgia State last night. That's the fourth most in school history. And Devin Mitchell, you know, he likes to throw up those three-pointers. He moved into the top 10 in three-pointers last night with 73, tying a familiar name around Georgia State, R.J. Hunter. Now, looking at the game, of course, the Panthers blew out the Bobcats by 27. DeMarcus Simons finished with 19 and 6. Malik Benlevy finished with 16 and 7. And their next game will be Saturday when they look to face UT Arlington.
You didn't see him on the stat sheet, but Caleb, guard Isaiah Williams is a big reason for Georgia State's on-court success. And I'm not talking about this year. I'm talking about the past 3 seasons. The senior scored his 1,000th career point just over a month ago against Georgia Southern, and our guy, Justin DeWitt, sat down with Williams and learned about his love for basketball, video games, and family. Here's a quick preview.
All right, so I'm here with Georgia State's 1,000-point scoring guard, senior guard, Isaiah Williams. So, Isaiah, you got 5 seconds left. You're at the top of the key in the middle of the whole court to work with. What is your go-to move to get a bucket?
If we need a 2, I'm going to size up, heads up, make the defender freeze, and then go by. If I need a 3.
Let's see what it looks like. So give us a little freeze, right? What do you work on the most?
I'm usually shooting.
Show me your shooting. Show me your shooting drill. I'll pat if you need a rebound. I got you. I'm about to say, you gotta get a make for the camera.
I got you.
There we go. That's 2 in a row.
I'll hit 3 in a row.
3 in a row?
I'll move to the next.
Okay, so you don't move until you hit 3.
Yeah.
You can watch the full story on our YouTube page, and trust me, it's worth viewing.
Well, David, by now, look, the people know and we know women's basketball at Georgia State is not having the best season, and that might even be an understatement. The Lady Panthers lost for the 6th time in 8 games last night. Looking at the final stats, losing 62-40. A positive note, Juliet James finishing with 10 and 9, and KK Williams with 7 and 8. But Coach Baldwin's squad is now 7 and 19 overall, 3 and 12 in conference, and they will now go on to face UT Arlington like the men's team. But things aren't looking too great for women's basketball here at Georgia State.
Well, I'll tell you this, Caleb. I know they didn't get the result that they wanted last night, but check this out. They went into that game on a winning streak, and that includes beating that team down south, Georgia Southern, okay? Guard Madison Newby had a little something to say about completing that sweep of the Eagles.
It feels good to win, especially, we got to put on for the real GSU. We got to show them, So it feels good to continuously beat them and always beat them and show who the real GSU is.
David, there's no shortage of Georgia State sporting events this weekend. It's a little bit overwhelming. 19 games and matches happening from today through Sunday. You have baseball facing off against Jacksonville in a series. Softball is playing in the Bama Bash, where they have to face Alabama twice. That's the number 11 ranked team. Women's tennis is competing in a tournament. Beach volleyball is down in Florida. And then, of course, you've got the men's and women's game in Texas.
Well, that's a lot of games.
A lot of things going on.
I don't even know exactly how I'm going to keep up with it. I think the best idea is to follow us on Twitter.
Definitely.
Okay, and subscribe to us on YouTube, and that's Primetime Sportz with a what?
That would be with a Z.
It is with a Z.
Take care, guys.